suit up with me and my demons. I want the lifestyle, courtside, front row got bitches like I wanna meet them. I had two bad things coming up to me, they tryna talk, but having a threesome, niggas be hating.
Welcome to another episode of Shoot the Ish, and I gotta say, Happy New Year's, everybody. But you know what? You already see what we got over here. Yo, what's good, man?
Hey, listen. Happy New Year. 2023 is over. It's 2024. Tired of being broke. The motto of 2024, NBA, never broke again. All about being bigger and better. So it's your boy, Money to B Mitch, a.k.a. Mitch and them, Pluto
Okay.
Vintage.
All right.
Still in the building. You heard?
Wait, so was that only two names?
Still the most wanted baby father. You know what I'm saying?
Most
That makes
wanted
three.
baby father.
That makes three. You heard?
Nah,
But yo, listen, happy to be here. Hope everybody enjoyed their holiday, and we here to start and kick it off.
Yo, I look. I think the funny thing was, I was like, just to let you guys know, we was sitting over here thinking about any topic we was gonna have tonight, right? And I think one of the funniest things, I was like, well, I think not the funniest thing. What I was thinking about was, like 2023. Like, was there anything that you could say that you took away from 2023?
I mean, this was a new experience for me. Literally starting the beginning of 2023 in January. That was the first time I was on the pod with you. And from there, you feel me, we stay consistent with great content. It grew to be a great hobby. And outside of here, as far as life is concerned, I think we battled 2023, and we just hoping for a better 2024. But I seen a lot of growth, especially with the whole setup. We started on the table, shoulder to shoulder. You know what I mean? We had a couple great guests as well. But as you see, the whole makeup, the whole dynamics is a growing process, and we want to spin it this year and be as creative as possible to keep
Content
all
over
entertained.
everything.
Yeah, content over everything. Keep all the entertained, and we'll double up. I think it was very successful for, the first year of me and you consistently across the board.
I would say, I would say what I would take out of 2023, it was like certain things I had planned for 20. Like, everybody has a tendency to say, hey, what's your New Year's resolution? And I think one of the things that I wanted to do for 2023 was get finances in order, get get the pod being more consistent. And I would say most of the goals that I set forth for 2023, they actually happened. So I could say a lot of it came down to almost to the very end, but it happened. So, I think to me, 2023, this was probably the first year. I mean, 2023 was probably the first year I stated that I was going to have a resolution, and I made sure that I stuck to it.
Yeah,
and it was not
definitely.
I made sure I wanted to be focused and take heed to everything that I said.
And it was great because you mentioned the vision prior to it happening, as far as the whole makeover, as far as the dynamics, as far as the content, as far as being as relevant as possible, and being as flexible as possible, and having different types of guests, whether it's guests who are successful in finances, or whether
that was good.
A situation with people that came from the streets back to the work, whether it's a relationship issues or having a girls' night out or whatever the case may be.
I forgot about that. We had two ladies.
Yeah, two ladies' nights. When
and we did have some co-hosts, and ain't no love lost, but I always tell people all the time, as you already know, a lot of times when you do this, our schedules are crazy. To be working and doing a podcast is crazy.
And we don't got a regular 9 to 5. It's not like we punch in, punch out. We can just do that. Nah, our job is 24/7.
Real.
You feel me? 24/7. Wish the money was like that, but hey, what you gonna do?
But one of the things that I realized, though, what I would take away for 2023 would be, like, I think what we realized with the show was that, and I think I gotta say this, and I gotta give Mr. Pluto some credit. I remember Pluto first got on the show. I used to be like, yo, the mic. Yo, get your mic. Yo, do it.
I'm a rookie, man.
Yo,
I
ain't gonna lie. I think I'm just a slave driver. I'm like, yo, get it right. You gotta do this. But what Pluto found out is that it's so much hate. When it comes to this podcast, you guys will have no idea. Like it is so much behind the scenes stuff that happens with podcasts. And I always try to tell people all the time, I was like, yo, the interesting thing about this is, you know what? It ain't like people can see you do it and don't realize like what goes in behind it.
It ain't easy.
And it felt good to have a co-host that was consistent because, like I said, he came. I spoke to him 2022 saying, yo, you got to do this. Like, with me, yo. You know, it's cool talking to the camera by yourself. But, yo, it's way easier when you got a co-host with you. So, he got to see a lot of the stuff I was talking about before he came on. Yeah. So, I was like, yo, it ain't as simple.
No, not at all. And that's why you notice a lot of people don't do it. But a lot of people started. Yeah. A lot of people always start and stop. It's not an easy gig, especially when it comes to location, when it comes to scheduling, when it comes to people's everyday lives, when it comes to, oh, I ain't going to make a profit. Oh, I got to pay for a studio time. Oh, I got to find a location. Oh, I got to drive there. Oh, I got to make sure somebody gets there back and forth. They don't know the behind the scenes. It ain't cool. We do it because we passionate about it. And I think that we give great information to, our people.
Yo, remember we went to Houston?
Oh, yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we was out in Houston with it.
Yo, let me just tell you something. Traveling with equipment.
Oh,
no. That right there.
Oh.
Look.
Yo, the baggage alone costs more than both our tickets. Yo, the baggage costs more than the ticket. It costs more than the trip. Just the baggage. I was sitting there like,
yo.
How? And mind you, this is for the moment. Take it or leave it. We at the gate, like,
yo.
You said 400, like each. I'm like,
look,
what?
And I think it was cool. I think it was a cool experience.
Good experience.
But I realized, I think the next equipment would probably be a mic.
That's it.
And some
cameras, and a camera.
And we gonna try to
throw
do
it
that.
on one bag.
Gotta do that way, right?
And we got to divide it both bags. Make sure it don't pass the.
But you taking some trips though.
Oh yeah.
But I wish I wish
I was as nice as you. Yeah, you're right.
But see what?
No, what?
What? What Mitch don't know, he can do a lot with the iPhone. I ain't letting Mitch take my dick.
That's true.
You got me twisted.
I'm gonna have my videos, but I don't know if it's good for YouTube. I'm joking. This is jokes, guys. Jokes.
Yeah,
very funny. Very funny.
But you know what? I realized what I like about 2023, I realized there was so many things that happened in 2023 look, let's talk about the one that's still happening right now. Even the Diddy thing almost ended. I think what you found out was relationship issues in 2023.
Big time.
You got
across the board.
Yeah, it's
those are the most situations on a celebrity standpoint across the board. But that lets you know if that's happening on a celebrity standpoint, how about society?
But look. One of the things that I realized that what we did, and I always try to tell everybody this, like sometimes when you watch this pod, you may probably think it's about relationships sometimes, and I'll be like, no, because people have said, "What are you, a relationship expert?" I was like, no, we talk about everything. We're able to transition things that are happening in the world and transition it to like everyday life. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So. It's like, obviously, like I said, one podcast that we don't really talk about, we can talk about celebrity news and celebrity gossip, but do I really know them? I don't know them.
No.
But you got to be able to take something that you see from them and be able to translate it to everyday person, because
Correct.
I realized a lot of people talk, and you got to be like, yo, how can I take that and make it pertain to me?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So it's
I
like,
feel like
that's
we're also a voice of what's happening, just an extra voice of what's happening in our interpretation, based on our lives and how we see it, based on our age or genre, whatever the case may be, and having the same discussion that you have with your girlfriends or dudes have with their boys on a daily basis. We just shooting the ish, live in front of y'all.
But one of the things that I did that we're trying to do come to the new year is be more organized, because like I try to tell you guys, sometimes we come and do this show, we figure out the topic 5 minutes before we start.
Always.
And that's a problem.
Yeah.
But you know what? This year, 2024, we want to be a little bit more organized. We want to be able to present a lot of different looks.
Correct.
And one of the things that I realized that we did get from a lot of people who watch the show was like, yo, that episode would have been good if you had a woman's perspective.
Yeah.
Or this episode would have been good if you did this.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we definitely heard all the requests. We heard all the things that could probably help. And definitely we're trying to do that. But you already know I'm on my Casanat stuff right now, right? It was like, I think I told you about, it was an episode where he was talking on social media, and he was like, a chick called him out of the blue. It was like, hey, and he got on the recording because he's filming it. Mm-hmm. He was like, she's like, hey, can I call you? He was like, yo, what's up? What you call me for? She was like, no, I just want to be able to talk to you. Now I'm just saying, why you wanna holler at me? And then she kept going, and he was like, oh, because you see I blew up, right? Because you see I blew up. Now you want to holler. You ain't want to holler. And and I'm going to tell y'all something about.
Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me.
Yo.
Mike Jones.
Yo, it be that. I was like, look, for all those, and you know what? I got to say, I definitely have to keep appreciating those who continue to watch this. Because, I mean, even before Mitch came, we had other guests. We had, y'all seen when I first was doing episodes about washing your behind. I used to have the bar so different locations. I was, man,
you was very creative. Yeah, all the different liquors from different countries.
It was like I was always trying to bring the content, whether or not it was just something different. Because what you do is look at everybody and the content that they're making. You want to sometimes do something different, and you always have a vision in your mind. And the thing is, everything is slow. Is like what they say, like slowly but surely. Sometimes, like, you don't get everything all at once.
Not at all.
But you got to learn your craft, and you want to be able to get everything to look a certain way, and bring people along that journey, because they can actually come back and see, like, yo, we remember your shit used to look ashy. Used to look real ashy.
They seen the growth,
and that's the thing. And so, like I said, I got to give you that, like, because you have been consistent. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate you, though. I'll tell you that much.
Appreciate you. But we definitely had, if you come to just recollect, we had a great artist, Taylor, doing big things. Ricard,
Taylor Ricard.
Taylor Ricard doing big things right now.
I thought we did some good clips with that too.
Great clips.
No, dude, talented, and I see that. Even with him right now, he's growing, because I see it like with Mano, Jim Jones, and all of them. He doing Boss Lady.
Yeah, Boss Lady.
Beautiful
Shout out to Boss Lady.
Beautiful
Shout out. She's the boss of the boss. You feel me? Shout out to out there, per fanboy and all that. But she's definitely doing the thing. She was a great guest. We had
wait. Regardless of anything, even though we got some hate, but she was entertaining.
Definitely.
And I gotta give
shout out.
I gotta give, what's his name?
Hazel. Shout out to Hazel.
Even though she be hating on this and call us clowns and all this. But it's all said and done.
She was
entertainment.
Definitely.
But she did not know how to censor herself. And we could not have.
Yeah. YouTube.
We got jobs. And
YouTube is kind of, YouTube's kind of on it.
Social media, and they're saying like going forward, if you stay in this game, you got to stay on it. Because YouTube is changing. Yeah. And I mean, one thing about, like, Mitch, I got to tell you guys, Mr. Pluto here, I'm usually the one that be like, behind the scenes, like, yo, we can't do this. We can't do this. These are the rules. We can't do this. We can't say this. We can't do this. This is what's about to happen. The algorithm, like, it's so many things that this is the new field of entertainment.
Can't curse no more. So you know what secret is? Drink less. Seltzer water, guys. Ladies and gents, seltzer water, and then I'll be all right.
But the funny thing is like, what's going on? Content is actually changing now.
Yeah,
and they're understanding that this is the new media.
but it makes it tough for people up and coming. Because before that, ratchetness is what brought them to even be able to sell. But I know the world is changing with that, but it's like, who it...
But do you know what's happening?
It kind of forces everybody to be the same page, almost.
No. Here's what's happening, right? When you watch social media now, right? Mm-hmm. You have the red pill genre.
Yeah, the blue. Yep.
How long we gonna keep talking about that?
You can't.
And that's why a lot of
people say curses away. It's like, damn.
Yeah, but you got to realize.
You can't even argue.
You got to realize, like, it's moving. The internet is an interesting place with subject matter. Like, how do you keep? And that's why I said when I created the podcast, I was like, do I want to talk about this? And most people tell you that when you create a podcast, have a niche.
Yeah.
And they'll say that's how you get the more views. But I said if I created a niche,
you'll be one-dimensional.
You'll be one-dimensional. And what happens when that dies out?
Exactly.
So you gotta be able. You gotta be able to keep yourself open. And a person, it's always something new when they watch you. So sometimes, like I said, one thing I liked about this year, we went to the Ratchet. Mm-hmm. Then when we had the Neil Wange's come through, it was. I like those topics. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to be able to show the community that watches the show, like, we're going to do different things. Yeah. And even coming in 2024, I'm not gonna lie, I want your moms on this.
Well, no, we're gonna get Mom Dukes here.
Because I think she definitely has a lot that she could definitely talk about.
Definitely. So. She has a lot of wisdom, and for someone that came, straight Jersey City in the hood for Stegman, 1979 to be where she is today. You know what I mean? She definitely will have a lot to say. So that would be a great pod. But then we had the mental health pod. We try to make it as dynamic as possible.
Do you know that sometimes we had topics that we were beforehand, like we talked about it before it even happened, and it was like, told y'all, like these be topics that what I'm really looking for is, like, a lot of people sometimes say the real, right? And what I try to do is this. This is the interesting thing. There are a lot of people who do podcasts, right? They're fraudulent. I'm just going to keep it 100. They're fraudulent. And what I try to do is actually come with topics that are genuine, like the topics that everyday people talk. Yeah. And most females that know me or like that we'll talk, I said, it's sad that when I talk to people nowadays or dating nowadays, I'm talking to them like they on a podcast. I'll be like, I speak in general. It's sad, but this is the way I talk now.
It feels like you have to talk that way because it feels like the communication is better. Maybe they used to that language or maybe that angle because it's protecting itself almost. It's giving you a chance to not look like the bad guy almost, making it a generalizing as to, because you can say the wrong thing or tell them a personality trait of yours and they may automatically judge it to whatever they heard. Oh, you're misogynistic or you're narcissist or you're this based on what they hear, because you might say, no, I don't go down on women. Just for example.
He had to take it there.
I'm just saying. You feel me? You say something like that. Oh, you think your game is over. You know what I'm saying? But listen, what if I told you, what's your ideas and thoughts on oral sex and pleasure when it comes to that's how you have to come.
It's almost like I'm always asking the question.
Exactly. Like, you can't just even be like, yo.
And it's truly.
I do, but.
It's truly, I would say that when I speak, I'm now consciously thinking, because now I can take that, like, well, out of 4 to 5 females say, like, it's almost like you're getting the information and I'm bringing it back to the podcast. So it's a lot of times that I am giving information from even females that I hear. So a lot of times, like I said, you guys said it should be more female. And one of the things that I definitely want to get across this year, one of the key words of last 2023 was narcissist.
Narcissist.
Oh, I think you sent me something.
Misogynist. And green gaslighting.
Yo,
those are the 3.
Oh shit! Somebody just said that about me recently.
I was laughing.
Gaslighting. Wait. Help me with gaslighting.
I wanted to ask you that
You don't know what that means?
I don't get the concept of gas.
I don't know what it means. I do not know what gaslighting means.
This guy to Google it because I'm like,
I don't know what
it said. But I'm just not. It's not in my vocabulary. Gaslighting.
I do not. Look, I don't know if I'm telling my age, but I don't know what gas. You gaslighting.
Gaslighting.
So I'll be like, it's like a motherfucker say a big word, and you don't know what it means. You like,
bullshit.
So I just say when the person say gaslight, I'm like, I ain't trying. I be like, I'm not trying to do that. Even though I knew
what it meant before, but I just had no relevance to it in my life. So I'm like, I don't even pay attention to that word, to be honest with you.
It's so many. But one of the things I wanted to be able to do,
we all know what that is. But gaslighting was the only one that threw me off. I'm like, gaslighting.
Yeah, I just said at this point, going into the new year, I'm like, look, I want people to just keep it real because I'm not gonna lie, I still feel like social media has ruined relationships, has ruined the idea of what people like. It created a false narrative. And one of the things that I always say with the show, I want people to come on and keep it a buck. So half the times the stuff that we talked about, I'm just trying to say, look, we talked about high value. We talked about this type. We look, at the end of the day,
examples that we thought.
And we thought that was, but some of those places, I'm not in that place. And I've even said it. Like when Will was on there.
But that's why we brought him here.
Yeah.
We brought him here to show y'all, like, listen, there's levels.
This is levels to this. And I can show you, like, even that one. Will was in a certain situation. I'm like, even I saw what he was doing for New Year's. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I'm not there. I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? So, and even if you looked at the crowd, half of y'all wouldn't have been in that crowd. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, what I try to do is we bring guests on that can actually say, like, look, this is what you say you want. Mm-hmm. But do you really want it? Just like the thing was going on with this Diddy thing ain't over yet.
Oh, I already know.
But it's like we talked about, understand all the things you want is stuff that come with it.
Are you ready for that too?
And I'm not saying that all rich people do it, but think about it. I guess sometimes it goes back to that saying, like, depending on where your money status is, there's a certain amount of stuff that you would choose to deal with. Because so now it makes me really think about, do people get in relationships today for love? I don't think so.
It's about I've said that all year. It's always convenience. People can't afford to be single. I said that plenty of times. Most people cannot financially afford to be single. I know females that broke up with a dude, but needed them as roommates, and they just roommates. But this, you feel me? They set rules. You can't bring a chick here, chick there, but we can't leave each other because we can't afford this place dolo. Nobody can afford this place dolo, and that was the weirdest situation to me before. You know what I mean? But more than, like 2 or 3 different situations, like.
I've seen that, but I think it's hard to play that game because even though they may be honest, they may be truly being honest, but you can't play that game.
You can't because no one will ever take you serious in that situation.
You can't, but
they won't.
To live in Jersey, nah.
Think about it. That's a two bedroom. What, 2,400? Who got 2,400 before car notes, before insurance, before cable, before internet, before cell phone bill, before PSE&G, before food? We even eat food yet. Then gas. That's 2,400 cash money. Who got that?
You look.
Who got that?
At the same time,
6 figures can't even get that. 6 figures, you struggling off that.
Let me tell you what I learned.
You left what, $600 at the end of the month? So where's the savings at? What if you get 2 flat tires? Then what?
Look,
there goes your savings.
To me, what I've learned 2023, that was the year capping.
Oh yeah. Yes. There we go. I think gaslighting, that's what that means.
Yo, I don't know if gaslight mean that.
I swear.
I don't think gaslight mean that, but I can tell you one thing. I've learned in 2023
is the year of the cap.
Because the reality, it ain't like that. It don't match. And I'm going to tell you this. I know for a fact, it was certain people that I seen
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking they...
And I was there. How about I was there and I seen.
I'm like,
you in
you
your
made
bag?
me think you was this, but you really...
This looked like some
that,
picnic.
Like,
a picnic table and
like
plastic chairs in the kitchen.
But look, I think we said this a long time ago. No, you wasn't on this episode. It was an episode that I was actually throwing shots at my co-host. But I was like, you can be anything you want when you're on social media.
Oh, yeah.
You can be an actor.
Yeah.
I think we even have an episode where somebody said this is an actor. I can't, yo. I'm like,
word.
Yo, you can
yes,
yo, you
you're
can
right.
you can be anything you want on social media.
Word is born. I'm getting signed tomorrow. I was with freshman. Yo, me and freshman New Year's. See, we had to keep it low key because of the whole Diddy situation.
Yo,
we was at Diddy crib for New Year's. Yo, God,
you can be,
on God.
As long as you in front of this camera, you can be anything you want. And as I told you guys, the interesting thing is like we can get on here and stunt. But what for?
I'm too old, man.
It's like what for? I'm not.
I think that's a little. I think that helps us too a little bit. Because we're older. So you know how even more retarded it'll look for us to cap?
Whoa, we can't say that word. Yeah.
Oh, I'm bad.
Dang, I'll be trying to get
you know how special at our age, mind you, our audience know us. They ain't no nothing fugazi or nothing like that, but at our age, man, yo, listen, man, we live more than half our lives. You know what I mean?
Seen it all, been through it all.
Yeah, so it's like, what do you got to gain?
But they still do. Look, I know people my age.
Yeah, but you know what?
Still lying.
No, but you know,
still lying.
You know why? I think that's personality issues. Like, man, that's a mental thing. You know what I mean? That's a mental thing when people try to persuade you to think that I'm cool. Since they were kids, it's something that never leaves. I want to persuade you that I'm that dude. I want to persuade you that I got it like that. I'm trying to convince people that I am somebody because I really feel like I'm nobody. Or I seek validation from other people because I can't validate myself. You know what I mean? But that's a mental crisis. And I think a lot of people today, even past generation to our generation, the new generation, they seek validation, and social media put the stamp on it. Because when there was no social media, we didn't know who the flyest person was. We didn't know who the baddest chick was. Whatever we see with our eyes is the baddest chick.
You can create a life.
Whoever can fight the best, he's the toughest dude. Like, that was our generation. But now you see,
you do know you could create a whole new life behind that camera. I mean, in front of the camera.
Imagine we had social media when we was growing up. You think we would have been? I don't know.
I can't call it. I can't call it.
I don't know.
Because we was,
but there was not that many cool things back then. There was not
it was
gadgets.
Still, it was
somebody
different.
in nowadays somebody they gonna run up on you and be like, "Yo, you really got it like that?" Like, though, I think it's more of a
you would have got robbed.
We came more of the cracking generation.
Yeah, you would have. They're
gonna know. Not even. They're gonna snap. People snapping. You know what I mean? They will use that, but like, yo, he say he what and what. We came from your mama joke days. We came from like, I know you ain't talking.
Wait, hold up. I love when Mr. Pluto start talking about we came from. Nigga, you different. I'm older than you, nigga.
It started for me. Maybe.
Yeah, I love when you start talking French.
No, that's me. That's my generation.
Say you, nigga.
I don't know how y'all used to say. You said, what up, sucker? That was your generation. Oh, what up, sucker? Like, I mean, we're a little more cooler with it. You feel me?
Nigga said, what's wrong, sucker?
What up, sucker? That's his generation. My bad, but you know what I mean.
I can't, yo. This nigga said,
my generation was your mama jokes. His generation was the African booty scratcher.
Yeah, you're right. African booty scratcher. Yeah.
Word. Everybody was Jamaican. African didn't exist.
Yeah, African didn't exist.
Everybody, you African? Oh, you Jamaican?
But you know what it is? I just think like when it's all said and done. I mean, when if you gonna sum it all up, yo, I would say that 2023, it was for me. Like for me, it was interesting year because it was like we talked about dating and all that stuff, and I always said to you, I was like, there's a lot of people out here dating, but they're not really ready to date yet.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if you're gonna put yourself out here to date, make sure all your eyes, your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And then when you get out here, and then we had to accept the fact that this ain't the age of you're dating outside. Like the way you date in 2023 is now through social media, right?
That's why we started the whole year with the whole dating apps. We had a whole thing on Hinge. Like that's the new norm.
But guess what? What happened to Mitch's quest for love?
That died long. Hey man, I got catfished. After I got catfished about the episode, it's probably like the 4th episode. I quit, man. It ain't for me. I gotta meet you at the bar, the club, Walmart, Target, airport. I just gotta kind of meet you somewhere or through somebody. Just the whole dating thing is like, I don't know. It just lets me down.
Yo, you get burnt
what
one
you
time.
See is not what you get. It's like,
no, that is true.
Why risk it?
But what I've learned, I think I used it different than the way you used it. I was using it as basically for almost in a way of a content. I say, damn, maybe I should have did Cliff Quest for Love, because what I found out was really what's out here. Mm-hmm. And like I think we and you had a conversation that I think when you choose to date online and speaking to so many women of a certain age, you start to realize like, damn, that's what y'all got?
It's rough.
Those are choices y'all got? And I start to ask that question, and I wanted to get females on the show who would literally just keep it real. Word. Just say, like, it's okay to say, no, I need a man. But we
never
hear
that.
Generation. You ain't gonna hear that. But guess what? I hear it.
Bag.
I hear it, but I can't get them on the show.
Word. I'm in my bag. I don't need no man. These ninjas ain't nothing.
Oh, see, he's learning.
You know
he's learning. He's learning.
And this, that, and the third. I'm sitting there like, okay, but you on Hinge? See, what you looking for? Friendship? What kind of friend? Why?
Yo, but you know what the saddest part is? And I've had conversations with people, and I would say, I think sometimes the older women let the younger women down, because to me, I've always felt like y'all need to see that it's a bunch of 50-year-olds, a bunch of 60-years-old on social media, on dating sites, looking for somebody.
Low 40s, yep. But guess what they're looking for?
They need to tell y'all, if y'all keep acting like that, y'all gonna be them.
Correct. And what makes it unfortunate, still to this day, they're still fighting for the same man. That's the killer.
I had a conversation with
the older, in the 20s and the 30s.
They fight for the same man. I had a conversation with somebody, one of my friends, and it's kind of weird for me to say a female is my friend, but you know,
I said it's cool. He said where I'm from.
That's still weird.
It's called. I call them companions.
I call it
companions.
A female acquaintance.
Same thing.
I don't know, but I told her, I said, look, I was like, you and your mom can be fighting for the same goddamn
easy.
Man. If your mom is single and you single and you of age, you and your mom fighting for the same
easy.
Man. And I was like,
say your mom, she in the gym, she nice with it. She 44, 45. You could be 27, 26, 28. Okay. Y'all both fighting for that mid to that 40-year-old dude.
Yeah,
at least 38 to 40-year-old dude. That's the dude y'all fighting for. Both ways. And you know what I mean? So it's like,
she may go a little bit younger and you may have to go a little bit older. So it's like, but when it's all said and done, I was like, look, the podcast, just to bring it back to the podcast, I was like, sometimes what we try to talk about ain't the everyday thing. Because again, what you guys got to realize is that you're going to see the dating show podcast.
Yeah.
But some of those people that be on those be lying. They be lying. They be lying. I'm going to say it again. They be lying. They be lying.
On their meat. You can say
so when it's all said and done, it's like we want to be able to provide you guys information. Now, we're not saying we got doctorates in relationships and psychology. Just to let you know, I do have 13 years of social work and counseling.
Yeah.
But when it's all said and
Dr.
done,
Oz over here.
Yeah, I know.
Had me on the show in the corner one day.
Yeah, no, I had you and her was on
the show in the corner. I'm like, yo, man, y'all doing the Dr. Oz on me?
But I just feel like I think, like I said, I just going into 2024. It's like I said, I see you and look. I ain't gonna lie. Today I got a new different push-up bar. I mean, a whole push-up platform.
So you bought something else on top of the whole gym you already have.
But I can do that in my room.
So this is the X factor that's gonna make you start.
It'll make me start.
Mind you, he has a whole Olympic bench with multiple weights. He has a pull-up bar, dip bar, multiple dumbbells. His gym is better than any hotel gym ever. And I need another one. They bought something else to be upstairs. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, look, I'm just saying.
You know what you need? You need to go to the gym for 3 months straight. Like a paid gym for 3 months straight. And then you'll be a different. I swear that you be in here going ham. Trust me. You just need the pain of somewhere else.
I was doing it today. I was like, no, I've been still doing my thing, but it's this thing you stand on, and then they got the resistant bands, and you just and you can put the bar. It's like, and I think it's like 30 to 50. So I ain't gonna lie, I was doing it today. I saw y'all on your story and Carl up there. I was like,
let me do something. Let the blood flow.
I was like, yo, he trying to show out.
Not even. Yo, listen, we getting old, man.
Yeah, 2024, man.
Yeah, 2024. We get. I see something.
What?
My brother had sent me something today, mentioning.
I bet you was what was Bug?
Bug, yeah.
Inspiration.
Yo, some inspirational stuff that he was listening to, some like ebook dude, and he was saying that we're sitting here fighting problems and diseases or situations that took 20 to 30 years to even get to. You know what I'm saying? So there got to be a certain point as to where you're at a certain age and be like, listen, I'm still young now. If I was 50 and 60 and you hit the diabetes or whatever the case may be, prevention is better than cure, is what I should say. You know what I mean?
I get that.
So since we're at the age and we don't have none of that problems now, we should get on top and live like that now. But if you think about it, but if you think about it, we understand what to prevent based on talking to each other. Correct.
You remember when you whatever with you, and then I'll be talking to you. I was like, yo, dog, I went to the doctor for this.
Yeah.
I went to the doctor for this.
Well,
I went,
for my blood pressure.
Check it out for you.
Yep.
So I think we only know how to prevent if we communicate.
I agree.
To make
I
you not
agree with that
because
too.
a lot of people are afraid to go to doctors.
That's black people. Black people scared of the doctors. Hands down.
Look,
you know what I mean?
For our first episode, we talk about everything. It is
Word.
what it is.
It is what it is.
It's our wrap up.
It's a wrap up. You know what I mean?
But you know what? I just think, like I said, going into 2024, I just with everything, I think, and to be honest with you, this is a year that I didn't even think about any New Year's resolutions. To be honest with you, I didn't come in this year with New Year's resolution, but I did
have
say
specific resolutions.
But I'll be honest, I said one thing that I do want to definitely do was be more organized. I said that was a factor of mine, to be more organized
with the pie,
with the pie, with
life.
finances, and life, with everything.
You had a lot of information.
Yeah,
business wise.
Yeah,
LLC with the EIN. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's my goal for 2024, to be more organized. And I think when if I was to sum that up, it's what you just said. But 2024, if I say it, one thing about me, if I say it, I got to do it.
Word.
I can't have him over here trying to look like He-Man and shit.
Listen.
So
2024
I
should be.
Step it up. Health.
We should just move the best version of ourselves.
I like that.
The reason as to why I even blitz this whole health thing is because the blood pressure situation, it runs in the family, and it finally hit me. So all these years I didn't have, I knew it was in the family, but I'm like, I'm good. I'm always in the gym, right? COVID hits. I don't work out for 3 years. All of a sudden, victim. in that situation. So I just told myself, like, listen, when I go back to the doctor for ongoing checkups, I'm not even here to just impress him. I don't even feel like I lived my best life or the second life I would want to live yet. You know what I mean? So health is, moving forward at least, is my number one priority, at least to be here, to be happy, to be able to cherish family and soon eventually have my family, God willing, and everything of that nature.
I'm gonna say something, and I'm doing this on camera, obviously on the show. But I will say, I didn't think you had it in you. All seriousness. Remember, we had conversations, and I was like, "Yo, I understood," and I said, "I think you may need to do this, but for you to do it on your own." I ain't gonna lie, you fucking surprised the hell out of me. I was like, he really ain't like. Yeah, I really didn't. I'm be honest with you. I was like, yo, he really did it on his own, and to see the progress and to see that you actually did it. And I always know you still take little steps. And even what you saying, I got somebody and I got food in the house, nigga. When you told me that, I was like, this nigga's 100 something on food. I was like, let me find out.
Do I put the onion powder on the turkey burger before or after?
And I think the good thing about a lot of things, you coming in 2024, you're starting off your new year in the right direction.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we all have our vices, we all have our things, but to understand that you were able to make that change, to move in that right direction, I was like, I was like, yo,
I appreciate the comment, but I had to. Also, I'm not the kind of person that is good at starting something just because it's the first of the year. I will procrastinate because that's just not me. I'm the kind of person that likes to get warmed up into something, and for me, and even anything I was ever successful in, whether it was playing sports, whether it was, career, anything I did and I put my mind into it, I always had to force myself, like 14 days in a row or 21 days, to make it a habit, to make it something that I force myself, no matter how much I hate it, it turns to a habit as to where when I don't do it, I feel weird. So now it becomes second nature. So I don't even go as hard, for example, now as I did the first 3 months, because now it's second nature. The days I don't go, I feel weird. But that's my own little secret to that. But I had to do it, and my father always, he's one of those extra sentimental, worrisome people. So I feel like let me just make him happy. Let me make my mother happy, and doing it really for myself as well. So
and I think and this is why I said I like the show. Because, again, we don't just talk about this. We talk about everything. And sometimes one of the reasons why I always say I wanted Mitch to definitely be the co-host, because this, what you're saying right now, is how we talk on
all
the regular.
The time, every day.
Like, it probably we sometimes get more animated, but we
had a whole nother conversation before the show about something else.
Like, we were supposed to record yesterday. We wound up talking all day and then do the episode. So, I mean, when it's all said and done, what we try to do is, when it's all said and done, it's not always about us reaching everybody. You're going to reach one person. And so, when we talk, you're going to see, if you follow, you're going to see growth.
Yeah.
You're going to see consistency. You're going to see, progression. I mean, growth, progression, same thing. But when it's all said and done, you're going to see that we can just talk, have that conversation. We're going to talk about health. We're going to talk about spiritual growth. We're going to talk about so many things instead of just gossip.
Of course.
And that's why I said this show was when they say create a niche for yourself, it was never about a niche podcast. This was about a podcast where we talking about.
The whole title of the podcast goes against a whole niche.
Yeah.
How do you shoot the ish if you only talk about one thing?
Yep.
Shoot the issue what happened today at work?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What happened today with the argument you had with your wifey
and all y'all can relate to it.
You know what I mean? Your uncle stole something from your mom's. Whatever the case may be. Oh, who got locked up again? That's just life. Oh, this person owed me money. life. We shooting the ish. It's life. You know.
And it's like, but what I know, you guys, and like I said, we could come with these type of topics. Was at the end of the day, I mean, I think we're entertaining, but I know I want to give you guys more stuff to be able to look at. Right. I already know y'all want to look at the ladies and let the ladies talk. Mm-hmm. Y'all want to look at different topics. That's
great.
And that's what we're definitely going to try to do this year.
This year, I'm making it. Listen, my mission, he's making his mission. I'm forcing him out. We're going, literally, we just going to be like, yo, look at the dynamics of everybody. I want every genre of people to shoot the ish. I want people from as old as my mom to as young as a 22-year-old that just finished college or whatever, as long as you're of age. I want every dynamic, every generation to shoot the ish and just tell me what your opinion is about the things that we speak about, whatever the content is for the day, from all angles, so that it will widen the audience, so everybody from different angles can understand where different people coming from.
One thing I liked about when Taylor Ricard was on the show, he said he's done podcasts before, but he's like, one of the things he felt was like, yo, he said, I thought it was going to be a certain way. He's like, yo, I felt real comfortable. Like, yo, I felt like, because at first he came on some Hollywood a little bit like, and then after a while, and I think that's one of the things that we brought us up. Yeah, Lip was the same way. He was like, I thought it was, and I think that's what I want to, I want people to feel at home. I want people to be able to feel like they can express themselves, because at the end of the day, I think we both try to give ourselves to the podcast and give ourselves to the audience that watches. So when it's all said and done, I'll just like to say thank you guys for continuing to support us for definitely 2023. We're definitely trying to provide you guys more content, and truth be told, it is content over everything, and we're going to try to definitely give y'all crazy topics. Yep. We're going to probably have some crazy episodes. Uh-huh. We may even, look,
you can put the wig on again. You'll be the dude from Alabama. What I said was,
I was trying
y'all to remember that?
Yo, I was thinking one day, I was like, we could shoot the podcast upstairs and have a conversation while we playing pool.
No, we could.
Yeah, just rock out.
Might be
just
next week.
Yeah, different environment. Word. So
that'd be dope.
Like, yo, that would be dope.
Man, you be just chipping me or teaching me how to play. I suck.
He's nice. Beating the hell out.
No, but he's nice. That's the difference. Yeah. I'm cheeks, yes, but a lot of people cheeks. Less than more than he's nice.
Yeah. So I mean, yo, before we end this our first episode for the year, you got anything to say?
2024, big things. We're doing big things, and I want us to thrive. I want all y'all to thrive. I want everybody it's all about mindset. Everyone have the best mindset possible. Be the best version of yourself.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, you don't have to sit there and make lists of new things that you would think that might make you feel better or look better or adapt to whatever's going out there. Whatever you did that you weren't able to accomplish or you didn't accomplish to the best of your abilities, double back on it. Perfect it. You might have had a great 2023. Now, go for perfect. If perfect ain't good enough, go for marvelous. You just want to be spectacular in everything that you do. But it's all about your mindset. It's all about people that you love. It's all about winning in your heart. If you win in your heart and your mind, you're good to go.
To be honest with you, I was about to say a whole bunch of stuff, but I think bitch kind of summed that up, because to me, I just feel like, like you said, make yourself the better version of what you are.
Yeah.
And I think that to be honest with you, by you saying that brings me to what it is that I'm actually thinking in my head. Make myself the better version of what I actually am. So if I do that, I'm winning regardless. It make 2024 that much better. So like you said, just like it ain't ever over till it's over, basically. And if you ain't finished something, finish it 2024.
Let's get it.
Like, continue that road. But I'd like to definitely appreciate all you guys who continue to watch Shoot the Ish.
Definitely.
Like, subscribe, and share. That ain't going to go nowhere.
Definitely.
So, it's free. And to all y'all, to all my people that I know, and y'all ain't come through, I don't forget. So,
shoot 'em up.
So, as I always do,
yeah.